I think in the past, mental health services have kept people dependent on them, maybe not intentionally, but they've just kept people in their box. This is very unhelpful because they can't then make their own decisions or even know what they want or know how to, not even realise they have a choice to make. Lots of people with mental health problems do not even realise they could choose what they have and how they live their life.
All the other organisations and that is all been take your medication, oh you'll feel better, everyone has their down days and that. But there's no practical help on actually how can you help yourself.
If you're part of a group, you can relate to other people, and I think your depression can lift, and I think you can start feeling part of a situation where other people are going through much the same as you, and you can share experiences and not feel so alone.
With Together, they actually let you take ownership and let you decide. You can either stay in bed and do absolutely nothing, or with help with someone to walk alongside you, you take ownership and you take ownership of your own life back. But knowing that you have that safety net of one-to-one and peer supporters, and of which all I class now as friends because they know more than a lot of people do of me.
If you move away from mental health services into the community, that is empowering people because people will gradually become less dependent, and I think that's really positive. But for some people who have been in the mental health system for a lot of years, it's very scary. So they need support through that transition. But ultimately, it will lead to people being more independent and more capable and like proper, well-rounded people who can discover what they like, what they don't like, what they want in life.
You recognise other people in the same sort of spots, you don't feel isolated.
I really like that Your Way work in the community because it stops you becoming separate from the community, it makes you integrated, that creates inclusion and equality, and it slowly normalises mental health, and it makes you as an individual more resilient. For example, you're less likely to call a crisis line, you're more likely to call a friend, which is actually much more powerful. That's empowering yourself. You're having an organic social network, so you're not relying on mental health services, but you're relying on friendship networks. This makes you more resilient, and it also makes the community you're in more resilient.
What I really like is the peer support system that helps everybody really, because helps people who have recovered to go back into higher level of responsibilities, and helps the people who are still recovering to see that someone else has done it. There's nothing more powerful than seeing somebody there that's saying to you, hey, look, I was in a dark place, but look at me now.
And it's 18 months ago, I very rarely went out of my house. Very rarely. It'd be very rare for me to get out of my bedroom, let alone out of my house. And with doing the peer support course, it's actually got it so that I'm actually out most days. And as for going out on my own, was never heard of. And that hadn't been for 4 or 5 years. I've never gone out of the house on my own.
I feel like Your Way, everyone's on the same level. I think it's people who've had experiences and had rejection, so we all sort of understand each other.
Everyone can recover because however ill you are, you choose how you respond to it and you choose your future.